And the issue that I care about, which is clearly energy, for how long have we been talking about energy independence? I mean, I've been doing this for 20 some odd years, but I can recall since the Clinton administration, the first Bush administration, Bush 2, Obama, we always talked about energy independence, and weaning ourselves off of the OPEC cartels, et cetera. Holy cow, we finally have a president who is pushing energy independence, and he calls it energy dominance, a phrase that genuinely makes me smile. And yet there are people who are trying to stop it. And you look at now what's happening with Saudi Arabia and this Jamal Khashoggi situation. Are these people we want to control our or have any influence on our energy markets? But there are people who are still trying to fight him on the energy issue. So, like I said, it's just a very bizarre time in American political culture.
Today we're talking with Daniel Turner, who's the executive director and founder of Power of the Future. Let's talk about that. The economy, first time we're back on top of the world economy, first time since 2008. Do you think this is a direct result of our exporting oil, being the number one energy producer in the world?
Without a doubt, it's a huge driving factor. I mean, coupled with the tax cuts, without a doubt, the corporate tax cuts and the deregulatory environment. I mean, there was never a political appetite under the Obama administration to advance national energy agendas. He tried, if you recall, when they had the supermajority in the Senate, they couldn't get cap and trade through. There's never been a national appetite for radical green policies, the type that Tom Steyer and Michael Bloomberg and Bernie Sanders advocate. So they had to do it through regulation. All President Trump has done is just, with the same executive action, take away what Obama put in place with regulation, and look at how unfettered what's happened in the energy markets and how it's driving everything else that we do. It's a huge development for our economy.
Do you think that if the Steyers of the world would have not done that agreement for the exporting of oil, if they could go back and change that one because they got the tax credit extended for something, and it was a trade, and I think that was the turning point.
I think the Tom Steyers are those people who do exercises in intellectual and academic ideas that in their head and in a crowd of leftist activists sound great. Like, let's keep the oil in the ground, and everyone cheers. But in reality, I would be fascinated to see, I never want it to happen, but I would be fascinated to see what they would do to the energy markets if they were given the chance, and how you could, with a conscience, roll back the success that we've had, not just because of the geopolitical or because of the national implications, but because of those men and women making really good salaries, working in oil, gas, coal, etc., how you could take away their livelihood. And that's what Power of the Future fights for, those men and women.